Have you ever wondered how much an animal can suffer for its owner? We would have to multiply 4 times our greatest suffering in order to understand them. But all this suffering disappears when they are reunited with their loved ones. Do you know why this happens? Let's find out together immediately after our opening theme, inspired by our feline friends. Meow, 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 meow. So my old sports, this is EdDevelop, where you will find the best scientific and similar curiosities. Subscribe and activate the notification bell to enrich your day every time we upload a new video, and consider our Patreon. Find the link below in the description. Now, it is time for the fun parts. Nearly half of all households know what it means to have a pet, not only in terms of the care and conditions required, but also in terms of the special bond between the animal and the people who live with it. A bond that experts do not hesitate to describe as peculiar and beneficial, and that can vary depending on whether it is a child, a teenager, an adult, or an elderly person. Is there a connection between humans and animals? According to Jorge, director of the chair of the Affinity Foundation for Animals and Health in Spain and president of the European College of Animal Welfare and Behavioral Medicine. According to a study he coordinated, 76% of the people interviewed said that they kiss their animal at least once a day, and 85% hug it regularly. Don't deny it, you're in that percentage too. They also found that 9 out of 10 owners are convinced that if everyone left them, their dog would still be by their side. For the elderly, it is a reason to get up every day to meet their needs. And in the case of the youngest, strange as it may sound, 8 out of 10 children prefer to play with their cat or dog rather than video games, explains Wame Facho. The signs of attachment vary not only according to age, they also depend on gender and whether or not the couples have children. According to another study carried out by the Institute of Neuropsychiatry and Addiction of the Parc des Salumar, women score higher than men on the affective aspects of the relationship. Men and women behave similarly when it comes to playing or giving their dog a treat. However, women are more affectionate and buy treats for their dogs more often than men. And in terms of the overall family structure, people without children are especially emotionally close to their dog. However, they feel that having a pet affects their quality of life more than people with children, to the extent that it limits certain activities. But, my dear old sports, did you know that there is a scientific reason for this? Yes, there is. In a previous video, we talked about how our brains behave when we are happy or not in love. If you haven't seen it yet, run over and check it out. It's on the channel. In that video, we explain how our brains release enzymes that make us feel in love and happy. It turns out that the same thing happens to pets who develop affection for their owners. In fact, it's similar to the bond that develops between a baby and its mother. Swans, for example, are among the animals that form the strongest bonds with their environment. Swans mate with a single partner for life, changing partners only in the event of death or loss. Their incredible loyalty can last for years, as long as both are alive. Hey, wait! Now's the time! Subscribe to the channel to be entertained while learning. It's free! But did you know that they are also loyal to their friends? If you don't believe me, check out this video of an excited swan screaming with joy at the arrival of its owner, whom it hadn't seen in years. He immediately recognized him and without hesitation, ran up to him to show him how excited he was, just to listen to his songs of joy. This small but powerful video shows us that animals are not only alive, but that they have souls. And it is well known that love has its benefits, and love for your pets is no exception. Did you know that having pets can bring you great benefits? As you can hear, old sport, stay and let's discover them together. Benefits. Having a pet makes your love for animals grow day by day, thanks to what you live with and what you learn. Your dog or cat makes you improve your quality of life, since the simple fact of petting him or her makes you feel better, calmer, and more relaxed. Improve your health thanks to the walking and exercise routine. Walking every day prevents cardiovascular disease, improves muscle tone, and strengthens bones. The simple fact that you have to take care of him, play with him, feed him, keep him active, means that you also have to be active. You socialize because you can meet new people at the park or wherever you go for a walk. You can even form a gang with other people who have dogs. You feel better at home because you play with them, have fun with them, and take care of them. You relate to them in a respectful way, so you increase your empathy, your responsibility, your ability to take care of a living being. You laugh more, and as you know, laughter is synonymous with health and well-being. This is because laughing lowers your blood blood pressure, which keeps you from experiencing episodes of stress. But wait, it's not just cats or dogs. It's any pet you have. We'll show you the cutest videos on the internet of pets reuniting with their owners that will leave you with a happy heart. Number 4. Kiara the lioness. Watch as Adolfo, a wild animal tamer, and Kiara, a charismatic lioness, capture the attention of YouTube followers after she showed her caretaker some affection. The lioness was locked in a cage, and when she saw Adolfo enter her territory, she hugged him and then took him to the ground as a sign of appreciation and trust. Kiara was separated from her mother as soon as she was born, and it was Adolfo who took care of feeding her, taming her, entertaining her, and making sure she had a regulated and relational character. Do you still believe that lions are incapable of remembering their owners? Number 4. Mama the chimpanzee. Mama was a 59-year-old chimpanzee who was in a terminal state after a terrible illness that drained all of her energy. She had surrendered to death and accepted her fate, going without food and water for several days, plunging into a perpetual depression form which it seemed there was no escape. But her nurses had a brilliant idea: to call her former caretaker to see if he would agree to at least give her some water. Jan got to see the chimp, and what happened will leave you speechless. Jan was not just a keeper, but in his younger years, he became Mama's best friend, who recognized him even on her deathbed. Just to look at these beautiful pictures. Number 3. Jorge comes home. Jorge was a dog who had been lost for 3 years, separated from his owners, and condemned to live on the streets as a stray. The bond between Jorge and his owner was unique, so giving up was not an option for either of them. After 3 long years of despair and anguish for his owner, and much sadness for Jorge, the unthinkable happened. His owner received a call that a dog with the same characteristics as Jorge had been found lying next to a tree on one of the busiest streets in the city. Without hesitation, with his heart racing, he went to the place where he was told to go. Looking at him, just a little cry of, "Jorge, is that you?" was enough for Jorge to recognize his family. Look at Jorge's reaction after he recognized him. Please wipe that tear away. Number 2. Baby chimpanzee. Chimpanzees are very affectionate animals who show their affection when they get to know someone. Especially when they are babies and feel the necessary love and affection, they form a very special bond with the people they interact with. This is what happened to this little chimpanzee who was born with pneumonia and abandoned by his mother. But that same good fortune would lead him to meet his new family, who adopted him and gave him all the love and affection a baby needs. Oh look, so much tenderness in a hug. Number 1. Puppy reunited with mother cow. Imagine the grief this little dog feels when he sees his mother being taken away. In his eyes, you can see the most touching tears of sadness you will ever see in an animal. He was crying so strong that it finally moved her caretakers, who decided that the cow should stay in the barn and continue to raise her son dog. What minutes before had been tears of pain and sadness became tears of absolute happiness to have her mother close by. Watch them lick each other. We've come to the end of the video, and we have some good news for you. We're preparing some surprises for our community, so sign up to be notified and don't miss out. Remember, if you have a pet, give it lots of love. That's all for today. My old sport, don't forget to like and share, and we'll see you in the next video.